Hey, welcome everyone. So, today we'll talk about the most common challenge I've faced in terms of my habits and executing my goals. It is having this streak of being able to do some habits for 4 days in a row, then falling apart for 3 days, then 2 days in a row, then falling apart for 4 days, and then you never do that habit again, ever. So the key problem that we are facing is consistency, right? And anything that is not comfortable for you is going to be difficult for you. And anything that you want or you desire in your life, any of your goals, it could be money, it could be a love life, that you want, or it could be an amazing ripped body. All of these require a specific set of actions which you are not doing right now. That's why you don't have those things, right? It could be having the business knowledge and the strategy and the activities that require to make a certain amount of money. It could be talking to girls with the great communication and having the style and the status to attract more girls, or it could be going to the gym and putting in the work to get that body, right? All of this require a different mindset and a different set of actions. So the problem is we are not able to be consistent with this is because we first want to understand why self discipline is so important. So let's say you're in the present right now, you're not at where you want to be, and this is your future dream life. There is only one thing stopping you. It is the SD, which is self discipline. It is the bridge between the current you and the future you. And I'm pretty sure you have probably formed some habits right now which you never thought you could have done in the past. You probably excelled at a skill like martial arts or graphic design or something which, when you started, felt like, oh my God, this is so hard. This is something I could never do, probably. Or it felt overwhelming on day one. But now that's part of your identity. That has become your present you. That future reality has become your present you. So, to understand this, you have to understand that you're not only just changing your behavior, you're becoming a new person. And through action, you can reverse engineer and become that person. But to become that person, the next key idea I want to share is self discipline is self love. What do I mean by that? If you love yourself enough, that means you would understand yourself enough and understand the thing you're trying to do. And if you have the understanding, you'll get the awareness of the thing you're trying to do. So let's take a specific example. Let's say you struggle with eating junk food. So you're not able to be disciplined to not eat junk food, to not eat that fries or those chocolate or whatever you eat, is because you don't have the awareness yet, which means you don't have the understanding of how much damaging it is to you. And it probably also means that you are not accessing self love. You are actually accessing temporary gratification, which is our natural state. Human mind is designed, including every other animal on the planet, right? It is designed to seek pleasure and avoid pain. So self love is not self pleasure. You may confuse that with that. Self love is not only happy now, but also happy in the future. Or even if it means a little bit pain now, but happy in the future, right? So you might want to eat that donut or eat that chocolate, but you tell yourself, you know what, man, I know you want to do that, but I love you enough to tell you that this is not good for us. You know what, you want to reach out to that girl that she has disrespected you, but you were gonna love yourself enough to understand and have the awareness that I'm not going to talk to her again because it's not working out. And that creates the self discipline. So, all things on the right here create the self discipline required to be a new person. Now, I want to go a little deeper into what exactly happens when, even with the awareness, even with the understanding, you may fail. And this is a practical way I overcome procrastination, and I overcome not being disciplined. Okay, so you know the habit loop. There is a cue, which means there is a trigger for the action you want to take. There is a craving, which means the craving is for either the bad habit or a good habit. Like, let's say there is a cue that there is some junk food while you are walking towards your kitchen. There is junk food in your kitchen, so there is a craving to eat that. The action is you eat it, and the reward is you feel good about eating the chips, but then you also feel guilty, right? The new habit you want to install, which is also in the same loop, is once you get the craving for that chips or bad food, you want to change the action. And ideally, you want to even change the cue. So if you don't have bad food in your kitchen, there is no cue for you to do that bad action. So it's that simple, right? Cue, craving, action, reward. But let's go even deeper into why this problem is occurring and you're not being consistent. The bottom line, guys, is that when you are going through the same loop, you have a desire for change. That's what triggers you to take action, right? So let's say you wake up and you typically check your phone, but now you have a desire to have a ripped body. And instead of going out for a run, you right now check for a phone. So the trigger is you wake up and you remember that, you know what, I want a fit body. There are two ways you can go from that trigger, right? On when you're laying on the bed. You can give in to inaction, feel guilt. The positive result is there that you feel relaxed, you get some more sleep in maybe, but then the guilt overcomes that positive reward. So overall, you go into this guilt loop through procrastination and inaction. Or there is another choice you can make laying on that bed. You need to choose action, which is getting out of the bed. There is some pain involved in that, but there is an immediate positive result when you go for that run. There is a positive result, but every person I know, including myself, would estimate this pain of getting out of that bed, wearing those shoes, wearing those clothes, and going for that run as more than the small positive reward of feeling that endorphins when they run. So when the trigger happens, we keep estimating how much painful is that. Remember, we are designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. That's our natural state. So one of the things I've come across as a hack which helps is the 5-minute rule. So I tell myself, okay, if I do this for half an hour, it will feel painful. But can I do this for 5 minutes? And then feel the pain for 5 minutes, but also design a positive reward, even if it's not from the habit itself. It could not be, maybe I go for a 5-minute run, I feel nothing, there is zero reward the first day. But let's say I reward myself with extra, $10 in the piggy bank for me to buy a nice jacket for myself or nice shoe for myself. Or it could be using a habit tracker with my coach and tracking those habits and feeling the positive reward of checking that thing off that day, right? So it could be anything, but you want to reward yourself because you have gone through 5 minutes of pain. For example, to even make this video, I had to promise myself of rewarding myself of few minutes of video games on my phone, like some game which makes me feel good, but I only can do that if I make this video. So this is an ongoing battle. Before you become natural at this, you want to do this consistently by rewarding yourself in 5-minute chunks. So when you do that, you're hacking two parts of the brain. One is the response of the dopamine when you get the positive reward. And also the second is you're creating a new neural pathway when the trigger happens. You wake up on and lay on that bed to get out, wear those shoes, because that's the biggest resistance. From the trigger to action, guys, is the biggest resistance. If you can overcome that piece, it's called inertia, pretty much you can actually do the rest of the habit easily. For example, to make this video, to start, to click record was the most difficult part of this habit for me. Does that make sense? So once you do this enough, you will have this feeling of fulfillment and confidence, and you will feel excited about actually doing this habit as you go through, maybe 10 to 20, positive days. I mean, the 10 to 20 days where you have done it consistently. Now, why is this so important? If you do anything enough time, guys, if you go for enough running, you will start seeing that body shape up. If you start approaching women and learning about dating and learning about women female psychology, you will start seeing results in your dating life. If you start doing enough activities which are not, a lot of people are not willing to do in your business, and making those sales calls, creating valuable content, you will start seeing results. But here is the beautiful thing about this. We're not going for the mountains here. We're going for 5 minutes. Just do it for 5 minutes. But the compounding effect of doing it for 5 minutes every day, like clockwork, will start creating that compounding effect, and you will start seeing that result. Make sense? So if you're feeling like you're struggling with slipping on your habits, or not able to be consistent, or not even able to start, which is very important, like I said, hitting that record button or getting out and wearing those shoes, here is what I'll say to end with this. Imagine the only distance between you and your dream is starting. And if you start enough times, you will reach the end. All right. If you start enough times to start running, you will lose weight. If you start enough times to read and learn about dating, you will become a better, attractive man. If you start enough times to work on your business, you will start seeing results in your business, closing clients. If you start making enough calls, you will some point close a client. If you start applying for enough jobs every day, 5 jobs a day, 2 jobs a day, for God's sake, you will at some point reach the result of getting a job. So a lot of people confuse that success is about finishing things. No, guys, success is about starting things. And it starts with, like I said, self love, self understanding, and self awareness, because those things will help you overcome that pain and to start for 5 minutes. I hope this was useful. Hit that like button and subscribe for more videos that I'll upload pretty soon. Take care, guys. Until next time, start, start, start. Bye.